Bienvenidos en Idiomas en Serio. Bienvenidos a Idiomas en Serio. Mi nombre es Kiersten. Soy una maestra de inglés aquí en ES. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 simple progressive verb tenses in English. There are 3 different types of simple progressive verb tenses. They are held in the past, present, and future. To start off today's lesson, we're going to first talk about the simple present progressive. We use the simple present progressive to talk about actions that are in progress. These actions have not stopped. For example, I am giving a lesson right now. The present progressive verb tense is composed of 2 parts. The first part is that you must have the present form of the verb to be in your sentence. So that is am, is, or are. The second component is that you must use the present participle of your main verb. This means you're using the base verb with the ing ending. The structure for the present progressive should look like this. Subject plus the verb to be in its present form, so you're using am, is, or are, plus the present participle. This is the verb plus ing ending. Look at the example that I gave you earlier. I am giving a lesson right now. I is the subject, am is the verb to be in the present form, plus giving. This is the present participle of the verb give. Oftentimes we give you signal words to express the verb tense that we're using. So when we use the present progressive tense, we use signal words like now, right now, currently, or at the moment. Here are some examples of the present progressive. I am listening to music. He is practicing his dance routine. We are walking to the park. Now let's discuss the simple past progressive verb tense. We typically use the past progressive tense to talk about an action that was going on during some point in the past. Past progressive tense is composed of 2 parts. The first part is being that you must use the past tense for the verb to be, was, or were. The second part is that you must also use the present participle of your main verb ending in ing. The structure to the simple past progressive tense should look like this. Subject plus the verb to be in the past, was, or were, plus the present participle of the main verb ending in ing. I was teaching yesterday. I is the subject, was is the to be in the past, plus the main verb teach ending in ing. In this example, I give you a signal word to know that it was in the past. That signal word is yesterday. There are signal words that you can use to show that this tense is in the past, besides the signal word yesterday, are last week, last month, last year, the other day, and earlier. It is common to use the past progressive tense at the beginning of a story. For example, the other day I was waiting for the bus when I ran into Joan. We also use this verb tense to discuss something that was happening again and again. For example, my head was aching, so I left work early. Or, she was practicing every day until her recital. Another way we can use this verb tense is to talk about something that was happening before being interrupted. Oftentimes, you'll see the word when in the sentence. This is to show the interruption. For example, they were talking to each other when the teacher came into the room. The last progressive tense that I have in English is the future progressive tense. We use the future progressive tense to talk about an action that will be ongoing or continuing at some point in the future. Future progressive tense is composed of three main parts. First is that you must use the modal verb will. The second part to the future progressive tense is that you use to be in its base form. So we do not conjugate to be in any way. And the last component of this tense is that you must use the present participle, which is the main verb plus the ing ending. The structure for the future progressive looks like this. Subject plus will plus be plus the present participle verb in ing. For example, I will be running in the Boston Marathon next year. We will be traveling in Southeast Asia next month. They will be competing in the finals next week. We also use signal words in this verb tense. We can use signal words like next week, next month, next year, in the summer, in the fall. We can also use dates to show that this is happening in the future as well. That's all that I have for you today. I hope that you found it helpful and interesting. Make sure to incorporate these progressive verb tenses in your everyday language. That way, you'll be one step closer to speaking like a true native. Thanks for watching. Adios!